Well, hello, young people and those who are young at heart. The other day, I made a cottage pie. For anybody who knows me, you know that cooking is not a forte of mine. It's not something that I particularly enjoy. I don't do it very often, usually because when I do cook, it doesn't go very well. However, the other day I decided to make a cottage pie. And so when it was ready and it was ready to go in the oven, I laid it on top of the chopping board in the kitchen and I took a photograph and sent it into the group chat that I have with the girls. And I posted something along the lines of, "Oh, first time making a cottage pie, I'll let you know how it turns out." And so the girls each responded back to me, and one of the responses that I got was from my best friend, and she said, "Your kitchen is so clean." And so I laughed to myself because my kitchen was not clean. That perhaps in that photo, that tiny little bit that she saw may have appeared clean, but behind the lens of that camera, the kitchen was an absolute riot. There were still dishes lying there from the night before. And I just created another massive pile of them in my attempts to make this cottage pie. So I laughed and I sent her a photo of what the kitchen actually looked like and just wrote, "Aye, right, Peg, it really is a mess." But this is what that got me thinking about. How sometimes we appear to have everything all together when actually we're not doing too great. Or how we want others to think we are a certain way, or we have certain things, or how we want to appear to others when the reality is that that is not the case. We care an awful lot about what other people think of us, but what God thinks of us is what really matters. The Bible tells us that we were knitted together in our mother's wombs. God made us. It tells us that He knows every hair on our heads. He knows us inside and out. There's a passage in the Old Testament when it's talking about King David being appointed as the next king. He was overlooked among his brothers because he was, for want of a better term, the runt of the litter. He wasn't what you would typically looked upon and thought, "Oh, he'll make the next king." And so he was overlooked. But the passage talks about how man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. And so that thing with in the group chat with my messy kitchen, it got me thinking about how God looks at the heart. God knows us. So however we want to appear to others, however we worry ourselves or concern ourselves with what other people think of us, what really matters is what God thinks of us. And so my encouragement for you today, as much as it is an encouragement for me, is to remind ourselves that actually what other people think of us isn't important. What God thinks of us is what really matters. And He thinks we're pretty great. Have a good day.